position present France
Then in
with
fourth position,
106 target in qualification,
representing
Delbach
France,
Cyril.
Cyril Delbach. He won a gold medal in Châteauroux 2018
Position
at the World Cup.
5 in final. Present Great Britain
Then
with
in fifth
105 target in
representing,
qualification,
Great Britain.
Steve Link.
We have Steve Link, a bronze medalist in the World Cup in France
Position
2018.
Present Great Britain with 104 target in qualification, Reg Thoms.
We have in sixth position a representative from
Jury
Great Britain,
in charge
Reg Thoms.
in this final, Davor Biroš, Croatia.
We have a jury in charge,
Referee
Davor
of
Miroš
this final,
from Croatia,
Goran Blažević, Croatia.
and jury member in charge or referee is Goran Blažević from
Please
Croatia.
start with final.
The athletes are now taking their positions. We have experienced shooters here, athletes that have already been in World Cups and World Championships, have been shooting for quite some time now. All of them have years of experience, actually. They're gonna start with their series. They're gonna be shooting each on their position, one by one. We can see a Finland representative now. He won the World Championship in Italy 2018. Let's see if he scores now. And he missed it. He missed it. Now we have Olorid Sands. We're waiting for him to shoot. So this one was not, it wasn't a good one, so they're gonna repeat this one. Sometimes their target is folly, so they have to repeat it. There was no target. They're trying it. It's interesting, actually, in trap. It's how they shoot. They stand in their position, and they have to make a sound for their target to come out. Usually, when it's not the finals, the targets are empty, so they just break. But when the finals are happening, then the targets actually have something inside of them that is then more visible if the athlete shot the target. Let's see now if there's something wrong with the target, I guess. Flash target. We're gonna have to see if they can correct this now. Okay, let's see if if we could fix this now. Right. Well, while we're waiting for this to be fixed a little bit, I'm here with an
Singh.
Indian representative. What's your name?
Balinder Singh, and I shoot paratrap for India.
It's very nice to meet you. You want to tell us something about the athletes?
Yes, I've been shooting with the same athletes for the last 10 years.
Okay.
We've had some new ones, but amazing shooters, differently abled, but we shoot alongside of abled people.
Mm-hmm.
Severiano Cuciti of Italy is the current champion, and he's here in this World Cup. In the last World Championship, he won the gold. The others, the French and the Swedish, they are new to a final. But more importantly, I wanted to talk about a person on Station 5, Steve Ling.
Okay.
This is a family of shooters from Great Britain. Steve himself has been a champion shooter.
Mm-hmm.
His son, Ed, won the silver medal at the Rio Olympics
Oh, wow.
in trap shooting. His daughter-in-law is a European champion, trap shooting.
They're all in trap
And
then.
Theo, yes, his younger son, Theo Ling, is also a trap champion. So
Oh.
it's a family of trap shooters. And here is the older generation in a World Cup final today.
That's actually very amazing to see. Now I can see that Olaric finally had his target. Everything was fixed. So he did shoot one, and after him, Delubek also had a hit, if I'm not wrong. So now we're continuing with Ling that we just talked about. Let's see if
The-
he's gonna... Yes?
The microphones are sensitive, so sometimes slight sound will trigger the clay. So it's a repeat target.
It's a repeat target. Yes, you can see
Steve got his target.
Steve
And
got
these
his
are
target.
flash targets.
Mhm.
They're filled with a powder.
Yes.
So once it breaks, you see the powder
And that's only
in the finals.
in the finals. Can you explain to me a little bit? So they're actually moving all the time. They're making a circle, right?
There are 6 shooters
Mhm.
and there are 5 stands.
Yes.
15 machines. Three machines for each shooter. The shooter does not know which machine will trigger.
Mm-hmm.
So one does not know, that's a lost target. So shooter does not know what angle the target will come out.
Mm-hmm.
And in finals, we are permitted only 1 shot per target. And they move from each station. Totally, they will shoot 25.
Each of them shoots 25.
Each of them shoots 25.
Okay, this is so this is the second target. This is the second one.
It's a lost target.
It's a lost target. We see Cuciti and Delubek. They have 2 hits. The rest of them have 1 hit.
The Italian is going strong.
What do you think? It's a little bit windy and it's cloudy here. There's no sun. Is that good for the shooters, or what kind of the weather do they like the most?
We have to shoot in all weathers, all temperatures. Even if it's raining, if the target is visible, we have to shoot. But this is, I think it's ideal. It's not very bright, but it's bright enough to see the targets well. The wind is not very strong. It's a gentle wind. It's a steady, gentle wind.
It's very great to see that powder. I think it's it's really nice. It's only for the finals, right?
Yes, it's only for the finals, so spectators can actually see when the target breaks.
Okay, now we have some changes a little bit. Cuciti, he has 4 hits. Right behind him is Delubek with 3 hits, and we have Olaric's sons with 2 hits. Ling also 2 hits, and Tom's also 2 hits. The only one with a 1 hit right now is the representative of Finland, Havarinen.
He has objected to his target. He thinks he has got a little piece out of the bird,
Mhm.
of the target.
Oh,
So the referees declared it lost.
So it's not.
No.
It's not a hit. Okay. We're continuing. Who's shooting now? Let's see.
Being on 3, the Spaniard. That's a hit.
That was a hit. Okay. Now we have Dellerbeck, right? That was a miss, as I could see.
Yes.
He still has 3 hits. Now we have Link. That was a hit. He now has 3 points. And Tom's. Let's see what Tom's going to do.
He called out,
Nothing yet?
but it was no target.
What happens when it's a flaw target?
If it's no target, they call again.
And it was a miss. Okay. So that was actually target number 4, right? Kuchiti
Finished.
continuing. Now he hit. He has 5 hits now.
He hasn't missed a single one.
He hasn't missed a single one, right? We have Ulriz. Now Dellerbeck
With a miss.
with a miss. There were a few misses in this round. Okay, that was a hit by Link. And we have Toms now. And that was a hit, right?
That's a hit.
It's interesting. I think this is very dynamic. I mean, they're moving all the time. It's not really easy to follow them if you're. They're shooting very fast. It's all happening very fast. The athletes are, I suppose, used to that kind of dynamics.
Each shooter, after the previous person has shot, has 15 seconds between which he can take a shot.
That's not a long time. That's not a long time. Okay, now we have Kuchiti. He has 6 hits.
6 Reg Toms.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
six.
looking at the scoreboard here. Kuchiti has 6 hits. He still hasn't missed any target. Havinen with a 3. Ulriz with 4. Dellerbeck 4. Link 5 and Toms 4.
Javier is having a little trouble, Olares. When he calls, probably his voice is soft
Oh,
and it does not trigger the microphone that releases the target.
okay.
The target is released on command instantly.
So, if he's an experienced shooter who has already done this a long time, how is it possible
It's
that he?
probably the sensitivity of the microphone needs
Uh-huh.
to be adjusted
Uh-huh,
from the main console, because the shooters always use the same sound.
Yeah. Is it important for them to always use the same sound?
Yes, it is practice. It's automation.
Yeah.
They always call in the same way, otherwise it will disturb them, and mentally they may be thrown off
Yeah.
from their timing,
Yeah.
which is very important. This sport is all about coordination of eye, hands, and timing.
Well, yeah, I've seen in air rifles and air pistols, shooters usually have the same movement. They do the same thing. So I guess that's the same here with the sound
It stands
that
the
they
same.
make.
When they stand, when they take their position, how they lift their gun, it's all the same.
And they don't know in which direction it's gonna go.
The target will appear. No.
Yeah. Well, I must tell you, that's very interesting. I mean, you have to be very, very concentrated to be able to go through the finals. The Kuchiti I can see has 7 hits, which means he hasn't missed a single target yet.
As yet, yes. The claybird that comes out, the speed it comes out is it has to be between 100 to 103 kilometers an hour. So effective range of a shotgun in order to break the target is about 30 meters. But the shooter is already 15 meters behind the target when it comes out. So he has got about 10 to 15 meters in which to break this clay.
Yeah.
That means once he calls, he has to fire his shot within half a second.
Wow.
So
That's
one really
actually-
has to have quick reflexes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. There. What's happening now? What's going on?
There's probably some trouble with the machine that releases the target, the divisor that controls the voice sound, because it has not happened only on one peg. It has happened repeatedly. So they're trying to repair it.
Oh. Okay. So what happens? What's the protocol when that happens?
When this happens, the shooters are asked to take out the shells from their guns, put them in the pocket. The weapon should be empty. And then once it's been repaired, the judge will tell them to load the weapons. Even when we are shooting, when a shooter comes on station 5 and walks back to 1, there should be no cartridge in the barrel, even if the gun is open. That would get a penalty, get him thrown out.
So safety here
Safety
is
is
very,
very
very important. That's absolutely nice to know. And I suppose that shooters, athletes are quite okay with that, and they follow the procedure
Yes.
as they should.
Yes.
No one wants to get a penalty for no
Nobody wants to
reason.
be carded.
Yeah.
So behind the shooters, you see a row of chairs where coaches are allowed to sit. Now, vocal coaching is not permitted,
Yeah.
but you can signal with hand. There's
Oh,
no
you can?
Yes, you can just signal,
Okay.
but no verbal coaching is permitted.
Okay.
Even smartwatches are not allowed,
Oh.
because through a smartwatch you can talk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
smartwatches are not permitted to be worn by participants
Is it the same in parasport and also
in all sports, in all shooting sports.
Okay. But as I know, it's not allowed in the air rifle and air pistol, for instance. It's not even allowed to communicate in any way.
Absolutely.
So here you can communicate by
Signal.
gesture,
Just gesture.
but you can't in a 10 meter and a rifle. I think you can't do it there. So it's interesting that you can do it here.
Yeah. And if there's a technical situation, if it's a technical difficulty, if something goes wrong with the weapon, we get a certain time, which is about, if I'm not wrong, about half a minute to repair it. That is why the coaches and officials can sit in the back.
Solve this technical problem soon, because it's been some time now.
It's unusual. The ranges have worked perfectly for the last 2 days.
I guess sometimes it happens, Murphy's Law, I guess.
Absolutely. And we've had a good time shooting here. The ranges are nice, beautifully located.
I'm very glad to hear that.
The Croatians have gone out of the way to be friendly to us, wonderful people. We've really enjoyed meeting the local people here, interacting with them. And I am amazed at the level of English the youngsters here can speak. And I asked one of the youngsters, they say by law, they start learning English in junior school.
Yeah.
And in senior school for 4 years they have to do English as a second language.
Yeah. It is that way here. So it's much easier for us when we have athletes here. It's very easy to communicate with them because all of them mostly know English very, very well.
So amazing to find. I mean, you're probably trilingual.
Well, I'm very glad to hear you had a good time here.
Yes, really enjoyed Osijek and wonderful food.
Oh, we really tried hard for this Osijek 2019 World Parasport World Cup here. The sun is coming out a little bit, I can see. I guess the weather will completely change until they solve this problem. I hope it's not gonna take much longer, because I know the athletes are already feeling the tension being in the finals.
And not just the tension, you must realize that these are specially abled people. They have lower leg disability, so they are on prosthesis.
Yeah, so it's not easy for them to stand for long periods of time, I suppose.
Correct. So now you see the weapons have been unloaded and people have kept their weapons down. Kuchiti has it on his shoulder, but it's unloaded.
It looks as if the situation is finally being resolved a little bit. Let's see. I think the jury is he's gonna have something to say now. I think they solved the situation. I see they're back in their positions.
The jury member is a very experienced official. He just officiated at the World Championships in Lonato from France.
Okay, and that was a
Javier
hit.
gets his target, yes.
That was a hit after such a long pause. That's amazing. He kept his concentration. It's very nice to hear. This was a miss by
Steve Ling gets his target.
Steve Lingertz. Okay. Okay, now we have Javier, right?
Toms. Reg
Toms?
Toms. He's number 6.
Toms is now. Okay. Let's see if he hits this one. And that was a hit. It was a very clear, very nice hit. Let's see now. Kuchiti. Hit again. He hasn't missed one hit in this finals. We have Finland representative. That was a miss. Right. And now we have
Javier from Spain.
Javier from Spain. He hit it. He hit the target. Now we have Delubac. He missed the target. Link.
Steve Ling misses the target.
Also a miss. And now we have Toms. Let's see what Toms does. And that was a hit. Nicely done. I'm very curious about Kuchiti. I mean, he's very good in this finals. Is he usually this good?
He is. He's number 1 in Italy. Another miss from from Finland.
And that was a hit by
That was a
Ulrich.
hit.
Now we have Delubac, the French representative. That was a miss.
That was a miss.
Okay, let's see what Link does. And a
Gets it
hit.
center, yes.
That is his 7th hit. And that was
A hit.
a hit. And now Kuchiti hit again. That's amazing.
He's on
okay.
a roll here.
He's definitely on the roll. Can you tell me how many different ways can a target fly out?
Each station has got 3 machines,
Okay.
and left, center, and right. There
Okay.
are 3. It cannot be, the angle cannot be more acute than 45 degrees on
Okay.
either side.
Okay.
And the height varies from 3 meters to about 9 meters. They can be high or low, left or right, or center.
Okay. So there are 5 positions that have 3
3 machines,
that throw out the targets in 3 different ways.
3 different ways, and it's
They
random.
never
The
know.
shooter does not know.
The shooter never knows. That's very interesting. Let's see. Kuchiti is now Did he take a shot? There,
No, I think the referees are talking about
the
something.
referees are talking about something. Okay. Um, they're moving so fast. I mean, that's happening very, very fast. But I thought they're gonna get to 25 targets sooner.
It
I guess there's just
takes
some.
about to shoot one string. 6 shooters
Mhm.
normally take about 23 to 25 minutes to go through it.
But we had some technical difficulties
Yes,
here,
so it's
so it's
taking a bit
gonna
longer.
take a bit longer. So after the 25 shots, what happens then?
The first 25, then the elimination will start. So whoever shoots the lowest amongst the 6 will be eliminated. Then after that, the next 25 shots, after each string of I think 5 shots, they keep eliminating the lowest number.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Then the final medals, people go to. That's another 25. So the total final will be 50 shots.
Total final will be 50 shots. That's a lot of shots for the final. It's more than we've seen.
Almost 1 hour of shooting.
Yeah, it's more than we've seen in air rifle or well, actually, 50-meter 3-position rifle.
Yeah.
They have they shoot also a lot of shots, but in air pistol and air rifle, they shoot until 24 shots. This is 50 shots, which means that's double of what air rifle and air pistol shooters shoot. We're having a pause again a little bit. The wind is
probably,
starting to get up.
The display on top seems to have some kind of a problem. So that is what the jury and the referees are pointing to.
Yeah, that's what happens sometimes.
It's unfortunate, but one can't control machines and electronics.
Yeah.
So if this goes on for a longer period, when they restart, they will have to show the targets again. They should, or they may.
Okay, as I can see, they're all walking away now. Is it starting to rain? What's going on now?
I don't know. The shooters are still there on the stand. They
Yeah.
cannot leave. Maybe I'll just go up there and find out what is causing
Okay.
the problem and come back and
Okay.
inform you.
Yes, thank you. That would be nice. Okay, so that was a coach from India. I'm very grateful for this conversation that we've had. He has informed us, me and the audience, a lot about this finals and this discipline altogether. I guess we're having some trouble with the technical stuff here. I am hoping it's gonna be solved soon because the weather is getting pretty windy and it looks like it's gonna rain. I don't know if the shooters are gonna like it. As I'm hearing right now, there's gonna be a 10-minute pause. So we will probably have a little bit more of a conversation with the coach from India. You shoot? Oh, I'm sorry for that. You're a competitor? You sounded like
Yes.
wait. A moment. Okay. I'm sorry, I got you wrong then. I thought you were a coach.
Yes.
You sounded like a coach.
Yes, I've got enough experience to be. Age is not a limit in the sport.
Of course it's not. But you
And-
sound so, confident and so you know everything. So I thought, you're a
No, no,
coach. You
I've
must
been
be.
shooting since I was a small child.
Yeah.
I grew up in a city called Bikaner in India, which has a long history of Olympic shooting. Our Maharaja was a champion from India, great Olympic shooter. My father was his coach, so I learned shooting at a very early age.
That's
Grew up
nice.
with it.
I've from my experience, shooters are usually kind of come from like a family of other shooters. There's always one more shooter in the family if somebody is shooting, and they're quite often introduced through family
Correct.
into shooting. I'm also a shooter, and my father was a shooter,
There you
and
go.
his father before that. So it's very interesting that this sport is kind of a family sport.
Okay, they've suspended shooting for 13 minutes. They're
13
trying to
minutes.
resolve the technical difficulty that the Rangers are having.
I hope they do it soon. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the shooters that we have here. Who do you think is, except from Kuchiti, who's obviously right now leading by 2 points in front of Oleric, Ling, and Toms. Both Great Britain representatives are also very good, but the Italian representative,
He is leading
really leading,
by
yeah.
far, and I would I would bet on Kuchiti and Javier.
Javier.
Javier, Steve Ling would be my pick in that order.
Now, I've seen they had 11 targets. Do they have 11 targets or 10 yet?
They have shot, I think they were on the 11th target.
They were on the 11th target, which means I don't know if Kuchiti did shoot or didn't, but I guess he has 10 hits right now. He has 10 hits right now, which means that he might have missed that one, but I'm not sure.
I don't think so, because I think the display board is not showing the scores correctly. It's showing a full score.
Oh. Well, he was on fire there. He was going very good, so it did look like he's gonna continue with his.
I think all the shooters here are experienced enough to reset themselves. It's a small technical problem which they should be able to take it in their stride and not let it affect their performance.
Well, I absolutely hope so. It is now 3 o'clock. We started, I guess, half an
2:30.
hour ago.
2:30.
2:30. It would have been good if they were halfway through. But
They
you
should have
can't-
finished 25 targets by now.
Yeah. But you can't control the technology as you can control the weather, I guess. they keep showing us that.
With the pistol and rifle being indoors, you have control over what kind of conditions that
Yeah.
you shoot under. In shotguns, that is not possible.
Yeah, but it's kind of, I guess, sometimes even more fun to not really know what's going to happen. You have the 50-meter 3 position as well, where they have the kneeling and prone and
Correct.
standing, right?
And then you have light coming in.
Yeah, you have light coming in, and you have little flags that show you if
The wind.
there's windy or
Yeah,
not. So I watched the finalists yesterday or the day before, and they were. You can see them all looking what's going on with the wind and changing their rifles as it's coming. So it's not just about knowing how to shoot.
Oh, no.
It's
no,
actually about being able to know
Your
what you have to do in
environment.
which conditions.
No.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I can see that that's what's going on here. You know what I want to know? What is it like when you have a rifle or a pistol? You just change it a little bit on the
For
on
the
the
sighting.
aim. Yeah, I mean the aim thing that you have to change. You have to put it in. I can't really now remember the word what I want to
The
say.
sights, elevation, or whatever, you can change it on a rifle or a
Yeah,
pistol.
but do you do it
But in
here?
shotguns, we do not have sights.
Okay,
We have a plain sighting plane
okay.
with a bead at the end.
Oh.
And some people like to have a bead in the middle
Uh-huh.
to align them.
Okay.
But a shotgun, as you know, will throw a pattern of pellets.
Mm-hmm.
So in Olympic trap, the shot that we are permitted to use cannot be larger than 7.5
Okay.
millimeter.
Mm-hmm.
The powder has to be 24 grams or lower. So at when you fire, the shot will go out and spread in almost a circle of about 10 to 12 inches.
Okay.
Uh,
That's how many centimeters
So
would you say?
that
It's like a 30 centimeters.
yeah,
50
about
centimeters. Okay.
20 to 30 centimeters.
Mm-hmm.
In that there will be pellets,
Mhm.
small pellets.
Small pellets. Yeah.
So the clay targets are made in such a manner that at least 3 to 5 pellets must hit it
Mm-hmm.
in order for the
Mm-hmm.
clay to break.
That's interesting. I actually one time I tried it one time, and I think it wasn't even trap. It was skeet because I
Yeah.
was positioned on the somewhere else, and so I yelled pull, and it went out, and I didn't even aim. I didn't do anything because I didn't know what's the proper way to do it, and I shot it, and I actually hit it.
Oh, you got the target.
Yeah, and then I said, okay, I know this, I got this, I don't have to do this anymore. That's enough from me.
Well, these are actually dynamic sports. One of the dynamic sports in the shooting. Shooting, I consider shooting as a sport.
Yes.
All shooting.
Yes.
And in this, the clay pigeon sport is a dynamic sport where movement is required, etc. In rifles, we only have the running target.
Yeah.
That's a dynamic sport,
Yeah.
which is a fantastic sport.
Yeah.
I've been through all, as a junior, taken part in air weapons. But then once I was old enough, I got on to clay pigeon.
I think this
Started
is,
off as a skeet shooter,
yeah.
but since I'm a para-athlete, skeet is not a recognized sport by WSPS.
It's only trap.
So I
trap.
moved to trap. This is because skeet has a lot of movement going around.
Okay. Can you explain to the audience a little bit what's the difference between trap and skeet?
These
I
are
guess you'll get
both clay pigeon disciplines. What we see here is Olympic trap, where targets come out from the ground and they go away from the shooter. The shooter is behind the target.
Yes.
In skeet, we have two machines. One is positioned about 3.5, 4 meters high, and one is at about 1.2 meters. They throw fixed targets. Every time the same target, same direction. The shooter moves around in a half circle between the
Okay.
two machines, and there's one station which is in the middle
Okay.
of the two machines. So in skeet, we are permitted only one shot per target.
Oh.
And then to make it difficult, we have doubles. Targets released simultaneously from both sides.
And you only have
One shot each.
one shot.
One
So
shot
you
each.
one shot each. So you can shoot
each
two
target.
times for each target. So
For
you
each
have you put two pellets,
Two
right?
shells.
Two shells, and you shoot both of them in skeet when they put.
You shoot the two of them as they should be shot. If you shoot the wrong one, then you lose the first one and you have to repeat.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
But that's not a parasport. Trap is a parasport.
Yeah, but in trap you also have a lot of. I mean, a lot. You have some movement.
We have it's the movement, but it's towards the front, away from the audience and away from anybody else. So it's a forward movement between 45 degrees on
Yeah,
either
it's
side.
just a straight line, while in skeet you go a
One
little
has to
bit.
walk around in
One,
a
okay.
semicircle.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting to know a little bit the differences between that.
But both are interesting to watch. The skeet is interesting because the target is broken much closer to the spectator. Like where we are sitting, this is a low house.
Yes.
The target will fly towards the high house, and vice versa from the high. So the targets will break just about that area where the track machines are.
Oh, okay. It's starting to be a lot windier than it was in the beginning, and I guess
They're still trying to resolve the problem.
they're still resolving the problem, and it's raining a little bit, and then it stops raining. It seems as if everything is a little bit confusing now. The weather, the wind, the machines, everything is a little bit crazy.
I think weather in Europe this time has been very surprising. It was very hot 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I felt I was at home in India.
It was very hot. It was even hot for us. It was very. It's not even the hotness; it's the humidity.
The
You know,
humidity
it's
too.
very humid, and even now I feel like it's okay, but it's kind of hard, you know, to walk and to breathe a little bit. But I guess this rain is gonna make it a little bit easier.
But the breeze also helps. Today we have this gentle breeze. So then humidity is bearable.
Yeah, it's bearable. It's a little bit. It's a little bit better than it was. Okay, it's currently 3:07. They are. I feel like they brought in some kind of a half manual machine. Is it? Am I
I
right?
think what they are doing is, if you look at the screen, the score screen, they are trying to put the screen back in the right place.
Yeah, but
because the screen must be visible to the participant also,
oh, okay.
as to spectators and us.
And also it looks like they brought in something that they're using to manually put in the
scores on the
scores.
on
Yes,
the,
yes.
on the board.
They're trying really hard to fix this technical problem. And as we can see, it looks like it's going to be some kind of a storm. Oh, I think they're not having a blast doing this. They are not happy that they have to fix these problems now. They weren't hoping for this.
No, nobody wishes for this.
Nobody wishes for this, of course. It's been quite some time now solving this problem.
Paratrap for parachuting is a fairly new sport. And this is, I think this year will be the second World Championships. The first one was in Italy. You are used to having World Championships in rifle and pistol.
Yeah.
So now we are joining you.
We're very glad that you are.
It's amazing, the whole family of shooting sports. Teaches you discipline, teaches you how to take care, and mainly it's the discipline.
I absolutely
And the
agree.
responsibility that it teaches, how we use our weapons.
I absolutely agree. I mean, you have to be really responsible, you have to be disciplined, but what I like about this sport is the calmness that it gives you, and the realization that sometimes you're going to make a mistake and you just have to keep moving on and finish the match that you're having. Sometimes it's going to be a good day, sometimes it's going to be a bad day, but you just keep on going. And that's really what I like about this sport, because I see all of these people, all of these shooters, athletes, they're quite understanding. Even now, I mean, we have some technical difficulties and nobody is mad or anything. It's understandable. That's just what happens.
That comes
it's
out
life.
of discipline that the sport teaches you.
Yeah.
You remain calm. You do not get agitated. Because if you do, you only harm yourself.
Yes, and they know it. I can see that they're very aware of it. So they're very calm. They're very okay with what's going on. That looks like that the moment they continue doing it, it's going to be just fine. They're going to continue in the same level of concentration as they were.
I think they will be complaining afterwards.
Oh,
But on the station, they will not.
Yeah,
They will never.
yeah. It's just
Well,
what
if I was
happens.
there and if I shot badly after this, I would blame it on the condition.
Of course, everybody does that. But deep down inside, you know it's not the condition.
That is true. That is
It's
true.
always inside of us. I think this is happening right now, and it's kind of
I think they've resolved the problem.
they're gonna
They're
resolve it quite
only
soon.
putting the screen together. And for this, they have to manually call out the targets.
Yes, I can see what they're doing right now.
And then check with the score sheet. That's why you see the jury members there, so that the correct scores are put back.
But you know what? This is actually a good practice for all of the athletes to see what happens when they have to have a pause in between, in the middle of finals, and then see who's going to be able to get their concentration back. I mean, usually any kind of World Cups are here to prepare the athletes for all the
kinds.
big events like World Championships, European Championships, Paralympic Games. So whenever anything happens, it's better it's happening on a World Cup, because this is going to teach the athletes so much. This is a really good experience for them to see when something like this happens, how much they're able to get back in the game and stay concentrated and not get frustrated or agitated by the situation. I'm very interested to
True.
see how Kuchiti
How
will
things
continue.
are going to progress from here.
Yeah.
Kuchiti is short. I think he shot the 10th. Then the next person on station 2 was about to take the target, and that's when things went wrong. So it will be the shooter from Finland who's going to start next.
Oh yeah.
I can see on the
yeah,
board.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah. I can see it on the board
Yeah.
too. It's interesting. I see that they're almost done with the manual
resetting of the board.
resetting. Yeah. So this is going to be. We're gonna continue shortly, I hope, and of course, the rain
The
is
rain has
saying
just
hello. The rain has come, and with the rain, I hope the beginning of not the beginning, but the continuing
The restart.
restart of this finals is gonna be. Oh, the rain is starting to really go down.
We
But-
have 3 categories in para-trap.
Yes, yes.
that
Let's
you're
talk about
aware
that a
of.
little bit. Yes.
Currently, the finals are going on for SG2, which is a category for lower body impairment. Then SG1 is sitting. Then you have the upper body impairment.
Okay.
Then you have sitting on wheelchairs. That's the third category.
And today for the finals, this first finals is, as we said, lower limb,
Standing lower.
standing lower, and then we have the
Standing
second final,
upper.
standing upper, and then we have
The sitting, which
the
is
sitting
wheelchair.
para-trap in wheelchairs. So this is done, I suppose, first of all in the classification. Once the athletes come, they go into the classification, and then the classification decides in which kind of category they are in,
Yes,
right?
they have to be classified under IPC and WSPS rules,
Okay.
and then you're classified as a para-athlete.
Okay. Well, I have to ask. I can see only male athletes here. Are women athletes?
We have one female from Italy. She is
Okay.
competing. She unfortunately did not make it to the finals. Currently, in our sport, it's a mixed sport.
Okay. It is a mixed sport,
Yeah,
but
it's a mixed
there
sport.
aren't any female.
We had one female entry from Italy,
Okay.
and she is sitting here watching.
She's
She's
sitting here
sitting
watching?
watching.
Oh, okay.
Right there behind you in the classes.
It's nice to know that there are also female shooters. I hope they're gonna.
There are many more. Some who probably did not come here or maybe did not qualify, because
Okay.
each country sends their athletes according to their own qualification requirements.
Just move it a bit. Just somewhere. Okay.
According to their own, like we have a MQS
Okay.
set by WSPS. Some countries have their own system. We have other female shooters from Great Britain, from Italy, from United States, who are shooting paratrap, but they are not here this year.
Well, maybe next
Not
year.
as many female shooters as we want to have. We want more. In my country, you're a rifle shooter, and you've been covering this. There are a lot of Indian women who are shooting and shooting well.
Huh? I'm a pistol shooter, though.
Pistol too,
Yes.
pistol and rifle. So we have both rifle and pistol shooters from India who are here in
Yes.
Osijek today, and they've picked up some medals.
I've seen. I was very, very surprised. I wasn't surprised actually, but I was very glad to see Lehra.
Lekra,
Yes, in the finals.
Avni,
I think she won the bronze medal,
she won a silver and
a
a
silver
bronze.
and a bronze.
And a bronze.
That's amazing. I was very glad to see her in the mixed events. She really took on, and she looks very young. She seems
She
very
is-
young,
she
and
is young, yes.
she's very calm. And the way she was doing it, it was amazing. I was very impressed by her.
Yeah,
She was
all
great.
we are all very proud of her in India. She comes from my
You
state,
should
the
be.
same state I am
You
from.
should be. You should be. Of
Yeah,
course. Of course. Can we see what's going on now?
I think the jury is going to check the machines where the
Oh.
targets are, because they must have unloaded the machines to reset them.
Oh, okay. The
So he's
machines
going
are
to
again.
check
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
the loading of the
So
targets.
we are actually maybe close to
having the restart.
having the restart, yes. And we are currently under one big, how would you call this?
A big umbrella.
A big umbrella. We're under here, the whole audience, and
Is sharing the umbrella. That is
Yes.
for the media.
there's a lot of people here actually under this one big umbrella. We're all hoping for the rain to at least
To abate.
calm
I don't
down
see
a little bit.
the cloud continuing for too long. I can see bright light on the other side.
Yes, I suppose it could mean it's gonna stop.
I think the shooters have finished shooting 10 targets. If
Okay.
you see the scoreboard, which is up now.
Okay.
So 11th target, I think the Italian shooter, Cuciti, will be starting.
Cuciti is gonna start.
Yes, if you go by the scoreboard.
Okay. Okay. I
See,
can see
all
we're
shooters,
quite close to starting over. Not over. Restart. Not even restarting. We're
That's,
gonna continue
we're
with the
ready now.
finals. Okay, it's happening. Wow.
And he gets it.
And he gets it after 20 minutes of a break. He gets the shot. That's amazing. So Cuciti got this shot. Still hasn't missed any shoot.
Finland
shots.
went good, yes.
Now we have Harvinian. He also shot it, and Olritz also had a shot. Now we have Delubak. He also shot a hit. Link a hit. And we have
The
Tom.
six-shooter. Yes. Oh my
Was
God,
that a
I think
hit?
the athletes have come back with a vengeance.
I mean, they are hitting
Wonderful.
them. They're hitting all of them after this.
Ah, Kuchiti
little
misses his first
stop
target.
there. He did?
Yes. Kuchiti misses his first target.
Uh, just a second. Okay,
Steve Ling missed that target.
he did. Okay, we have
Reg Toms
Tom's now.
follows him, missing the target.
He missed the target as well. Okay.
Severiano. He gets it.
Kuchiti, he gets
Come
it.
back
So Kuchiti actually had only one miss until
so
now.
far.
Have it in. A hit. Okay. We have Oleritz. Let's see what he gets it very quickly, if I may see. Now we have Double Black.
Representing France.
Let's see. And that was a miss. I feel like
Missed
his shotgun was a little bit low. And a hit by Link. Currently having 10 hits. Tom's a hit as well. Having 9 hits now. Back to Kuchiti. And he hits it. 13 hits now. Javerien from Finland. Let's see what he does. And that was a miss. But he's having some kind of a...
Yes, he's the referee then looks at the side referees, the ones who are holding the red flags, and checks.
Okay, he decided that...
It's a lost target.
It's a lost target. Okay, now we have Oleritz from Spain hitting it, having 12 points.
Currently running second after Kuchiti.
Now we have Double Black with a hit and 7 hits. Ling, a hit,
With
now
11
having 11.
hits, is sitting in third position currently.
And
Tom's misses his.
hitting. He has 9 hits right now. We'll see what Kuchiti's
He
gonna
gets
do.
it, and very convincingly.
Keeps on shooting them. Harvinen, let's see. Finland misses it. Not very pleased. Oleritz, Spain. That was a miss.
Lost.
Delubak, France. That was a hit. Let's see what Link does.
Ling has caught up on the second place with Javier. Which
And
Tom gets his target.
Tom's
Kuchiti
Kuchiti
leading
keeps on coming, yeah.
with Javier and Steve in the second place. Reg Toms has creeped up to third position.
And the rain is starting to really come down.
has come
Do you want to
down.
come here?
Oh.
Can you move a little bit? Okay. Oh, the rain is just...
But shooting will continue.
Yes, nothing can stop the the athletes from shooting, not even this kind of rain. I hope it won't come. I hope it won't keep on raining this hard, because we've already had some difficulties, and now the rain seems that everything is going in the opposite direction of right. But Kuchiti is still keeping his lead with 15 hits now. They've been through 17 targets. Link is with 14 hits. Ulrich 13 hits. Tom's just shot one. That was a hit. Now he has 12. Back to Kuchiti. He
gets his target.
He hits his target once again. 16 hits from Kuchiti. Harvinen, that was a miss. He has 10 hits. Ulrich with 13 hits now hits one more. That's 14 hits. We have Delubak from France. Did he start over or something?
Media camera just lost his water cover.
Okay.
So they are waiting for him to.
And that was a hit.
They block. Ling misses his target.
Yeah. And Tom's? Let's see what Tom's does.
Oh, he missed his target.
That was a miss. He stayed with 12 hits. Let's see, Kuchiti. Oh, he misses this one.
It's the third target he's missed out of the 19 that they have shot. But still leading.
The rain is coming down hard. Harvinen shot this one. Let's see what Ulrich does. He misses this one. Has 14 hits. Delubak, France, representative from France, currently has 10 hits. Misses this one. Yes, stays with 10 hits.
The rain is really coming down hard.
The rain.
Steve gets his target.
I hope everything stays in place. This is really interesting.
After 20 targets have been shot, Kuchiti at 17 is leading. Finland.
Oh my God, this rain.
Hits.
Oh my, this rain is really, really coming down. That was a hit.
That was a hit.
And that was a hit by Ling. Now we have Tom's.
Tom's loses his.
He loses
so after the
this
first
one,
20, Kuchiti with 17 leads. Ling is next with 16. And Javier Olares with 15.
Olares
is at fourth.
Okay.
The amazing concentration the shooters have in this strong rain. They're still at it and shooting well. Steve Ling, let us see, misses that target. Tom's misses the target.
We've gone through 22 targets so far. We had Kuchiti
going strong.
He hit that one, having 19 hits now. Harvinen misses this one. Olaris
gets
hitting
his target.
one. 17 now. Let's see Delubak, a representative of France. He misses this one. And by Tom's. Tom's currently has 13 hits. Let's see, Kuchiti going strong with a hit. Now he has 20 hits. He has only missed 3 hits. Harvinen, 13 hits. Ulrich, let's see what he does here.
He gets his target.
He gets his target.
Very convincingly.
18 hits. Delubak, let's see. A hit. That's 13 hits. And Ling.
Ling misses his target.
So he stays with 17 hits.
Still in second place though. Toms gets his target. Kuchiti loses that target. Stays at 20.
Yeah, that's the fourth target he has missed. Harvinen missed as well. Let's see, the representative of Spain hits his target, now having 19 hits. Let's see the French representative, Delubac, hitting his target. 14 hits now. Let's see what Link does. A hit. Now he has 18 hits. Toms.
The 25th target. Kuchiti finishes with a hit.
Okay, he finishes
so
with a hit.
21 of 25 targets.
So he
using
missed
single shot.
So he missed only 4 targets. That seems like a quite good result.
Oh.
That was a
You have a string of misses there.
That's a string of misses, yeah. Let's see if Toms can break that string. No, he misses as well. That was the last shot right before
These are
the
now
elimination.
25 targets, so now the first elimination.
Okay. As I can see, both Harvinen from Finland and French representative Delubac, they both have 14 shots, 14 hits.
I think the higher bib number will stay.
So we have the situation here in first position, Kuchiti with 21. He is actually by 2 hits in front of Olritz with 19. And right behind them is Link with 18, followed by Thomas with 15 hits. And then we have Harvinen with 14 and Delubac 14 hits.
So the scorer just announced the elimination. The French shooter is the first to be eliminated because of the lower bib number. Although bib number 2 had the same score.
Okay.
So going into the finals, he had a higher score.
Ah, okay,
So
okay.
if they are tied, then the higher bib stays.
Yes.
So that
yes,
is the
yes,
first
yes.
elimination.
We're all here under this quite strong
Everybody's
rain.
lucky that you have this umbrella that they can share.
Yes. That's
Making it a
actually
little difficult for you.
a little bit, yes, but this is actually my umbrella. Okay, so the 6th position was won by the French representative Cyril Delubac, and now the shooters are continuing with the finals. So now they're shooting one series of a round, like five hits.
25 have been shot. Now the next series of 25 targets will be shot.
And then somebody
then eliminations will continue.
eliminated. Okay. Okay. The rain is coming down strong. Are they going to be able to continue in this rain?
They will have to continue as long as the targets are visible.
Okay.
Shooting goes on.
Are we going to
If
be
there is
able
wind,
to continue?
if there is rain, shooting goes on.
Okay. Let's see. Now they're rearranging their positions.
saying they should take the bench because for the disabled shooters it is difficult to bend down to pick up ammunition. So he's taking a bench so they can put the cartridges.
Okay. You know what? I don't know if I've seen this kind of rain in the last month or so. I mean, this is really going down strong.
Pure frustration.
Coach, take care.
I've asked the senior judge for time. It should be stopped and reset.
Okay, they're continuing now with the shot. That was Kuchiti
With a kill.
hitting
With a hit.
with a hit. Yes. Now we have Järvinen from Finland. That was
He missed the
he
target.
missed the target. Then we have Ulrich.
He hits the target.
He hits the target, and Link
Hits the target.
hits the target. Toms hits the target. Did they all hit the target?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Kuchiti
Continuing
is still going strong.
hitting the target.
Shooter from Finland gets his
Järvinen.
target.
Yes. Ulrich
Shooter
hit.
from Spain gets the target. Ling misses that.
Okay.
Toms gets the target. Kuchiti gets the target.
And the Finland representative hits the target. Now he has 16 hits. Ulrich hitting the target. 22 hits now. Link. Let's see, that was a hit. 20 hits. And a hit by Toms. Let's see if Kuchiti is going to continue. Yeah, he is. That was a hit. Harvinen, a hit. He's waking up a bit. I can see he's been hitting some more than he was in the beginning. Ulrich
Misses
missed
that
it.
target.
Link,
Misses that target.
also a miss. Let's see what Toms does. Oh, a nice hit. Kuchiti still going strong and nothing can break him. Harvinen, Finland, hitting this one as well. He's getting much better. Has 18 points now. Hits. Ulrich misses this one. Let's see Link. That was a nice hit. Toms.
Five targets have been shot in the second series of 25. Kuchiti and Toms have not missed any target in this stream. Averin has missed one, and 2 targets each by Javier and Steve.
So,
30 targets.
after this,
Now the elimination will take place.
Kuchiti Savelio 26 targets.
Kuchiti hitting 26.
Polonesians
Harvinen has 18. Ulrich 22. Link 21. And Toms has a 20. So Harvinen was a little bit better in this one, but he still has to say goodbye to his finals now because he has the least amount of hits after this series. The audience is applauding the representative of Finland. He was actually fighting here.
He came back really strong in in the second
He
series.
did come
but,
back really strong in the really strong rain.
But his
He was quite
shooting
good.
in the previous 25 let him down.
So he wins 6th place,
Fifth place.
5th place. 5th place goes to the Finland representative, and we're moving
He
on.
starts with a hit.
Kuchiti, of course, hitting a target, having 27 hits now. Olritz missing the target, 22 hits. Link hits the target, 22 hits. And Toms right now has to wake up. He has to have some hits
Toms
because
has
he is
broken that target.
currently in position 4.
Kuchiti misses that target.
Kuchiti misses. That's his 5th target to miss in the whole finals. Olritz hitting the target, 23 hits. Link, he took a little bit of a pause there. The rain is starting to be a little bit lighter. He hits the target, 23 hits.
He missed that target, Toms.
Toms misses the target, 21 hits. Kuchiti
Continues
continuing
in his form.
strong. Link hits the target, 24 hits. One more. Toms hits the target. Toms has 22 hits. Link 24. Olritz 24. Kuchiti now with a hit, 29. Olritz hitting the target, 25. Link
Ling
misses the
that
target. Stays at 24. Toms has to have.
Toms missed that target.
Oh, Toms knows he's down in the rank.
Now
He
the
is
elimination,
down.
the
Yeah.
next elimination will take place after these 5 targets. Kuchiti with a hit. Olritz with a hit.
Link
missed that
misses.
target.
But it seems like Toms doesn't have any more chance to stay in the finals.
Toms,
And also
I think
he-
will have to leave.
He misses it. So Toms is going to have to leave this finals with 4th place.
Valorisans 26, Sleeping 24, and Thomas Reck 22. Thomas Reck took position 4. Thank you, Thomas.
And we have the 4th position representing Great.
It's on the- I guess I was not wrong when you asked me who do
Yeah.
you think will be there.
Yeah, you
So I
predicted.
think my pick is there.
You predicted very well. Tom's winning the 4th place. And now we have the medalists here at the Osijek 2019 World Shooting Parasport World Cup for the mixed trap standing B22. And from Italy, and Link representing Great Britain. It looks like Kuchiti is on the roll. He is leading by far in front of Olritz and Link, but the two of them are going to have a little bit of a duel on who is going to win the bronze and the silver medal. Now we have
Ling gets his second
Link
target.
gets his second target. Kuchiti gets it again. Olritz hits it. Link hits it. 26 hits. Kuchiti hitting his target again. He missed only 4 targets so far. 5 targets so far. We have Ulrich. He took a little bit of a pause there and misses it. Stays at 29. Let's see what Link does. Hits it, getting closer to Ulrich in a second position right now.
Kuchiti misses another.
Kuchiti misses this one. Stays at 34. Ulrich misses as well. Link hits it, getting closer to Ulrich.
Elimination will take place.
After 40 targets,
So
Kuchiti Saverio
after these 40 targets,
34,
there's eliminations of the lowest ranking finalists.
29, and Link Steve 28.
Our athletes are aware of
Steve Link.
Bronze medal.
the bronze medalist representing Great Britain is Steve Ling.
Next 10 targets.
Is the father of Olympic champion.
The father of Olympic champion, and now he wins a bronze medal at this World Cup in Osijek 2019. But Chiti and Ulrich are continuing. That was a hit. Ulrich, I can't see. It's okay. Okay,
The chair.
let's see.
She has to.
Okay, Italy, that was a miss. And
Kuchiti
Ulrich misses as well. Let's see if Kuchiti can hit this one. He didn't have, of course, he hits this one. Ulrich hitting as well, but they are 5 hits of a difference, which means it won't really be possible for Ulrich to take the gold medal from Kuchiti, if I'm right.
Kuchiti is going very strong, and I don't see him missing too many targets. Well, having said that, he just missed that target.
Well, he's been shooting quite good in this final. He probably is a little bit tired by now.
It has been just over an hour. And we've gone through technical stoppage and rain.
Yes, this was a difficult finals for everybody. Okay. Ulrich
With a hit.
with a hit, yes. Kuchiti hit. He has 40 hits now. There were 47 targets. That's a nice score. He should be very. There are 5 hits of a difference. Kuchiti hitting this one again. They have 2 more targets to hit. That was a hit by Ulrich. Let's see now.
When this happens, Kuchiti is instructed by the referee to wait till Laris takes the station.
That was a miss by Ulrich.
He'll come on.
And a hit by Kuchiti. That was the last shot. Ulrich missing this one.
After 50 targets, winner is Saverio Kuchiti.
And the finals
Silver
has
medal,
finished.
Polaris
The gold medalist representing Italy is Saverio Cuciti. Congratulations to Saverio. And the silver medalist representing Spain is Ignacio Javier Oloriz Sanz. This was a long finals. My name is Martina and I was your host here with a good friend of mine now.
I'm Balendu Singh from India, a paratrap shooter. It has been a pleasure being with you, seeing the paratrap finals for disabled shooters from around the world. It has been a fantastic final.
Thank you very much. It was a real pleasure talking to you. And the audience, you can tune in for the next finals. I guess it's going to be in like half an hour before we can see the next finals. Until then, goodbye.
first World Cup.
Greetings from Osijek 2019 World Shooting Parasport World Cup at the P3 mixed trap standing here from Osijek, the shooting range Pampas. It's raining heavily as it was raining in the last finals that we've seen just now. The shooters are getting ready with the sighting shots, and we're gonna see if the weather is going to be at least a little bit nicer for this finals, because the rain was falling very, very heavily, and it's never really easy to shoot in those kind of conditions.
It is difficult. Heavy rain, if it's too hot, or strong winds, will always affect the flight of the target, and also affects the shot, because that is, as it goes further away, the velocity comes down, so then natural elements can affect the direction of the shot as well as the target.
Yes, so we'll see how this finals is gonna go, since it's raining. We hope it's gonna stop raining soon. They're gonna finish with the sighting shots very soon now, and we're gonna start with the presentation for our finalists. My name is Martina. I'm going to be the host of this finals, and I'm here with a paratrap shooter,
Balindu Singh. I represent India.
We're very glad to have you here as a guest in this finals. They're still sighting a little bit, trying to get in the finals.
We call it test fire, where just to warm up the barrels, they are permitted to take one shot, not at the target. There's no target shown.
Okay, so they're just shooting without the target.
Yes, so they will be shown targets now. When the targets are shown, the shooter cannot lift the weapon and practice. That would immediately get them a penalty.
Okay. And the athletes are now preparing for the presentation. We have 6 shooters in the finals. So usually the finals in the shooting sport, there are 8 finalists, but in paratrap there are 6 finalists.
6 finalists.
That's the difference.
Clay pigeon, and currently at number 1, Francesco Nespeka is the current world champion. He won the world championship gold at Leonardo last year.
We can see the rain.
First position presenting Italy.
And on the first position, coming from Italy, Francesco Nespeka.
He is the current world champion.
Then on second position, representing Spain, we have Melitón Antonio Brinas Mora.
Mora has he won the first World Cup gold medal 2 years ago.
On position 3, the second representative of Italy, Mirko Cafaggi. On fourth position, also representing Italy, we have 3 Italian representatives here, Calogero Sansone. In fifth position, we have an Australian representative, Matthew Tingate.
And sixth position in the final
And in sixth position, also a representative from Italy. So we have 4 representatives from Italy. Paolo Bortolin. We have a jury member in charge, Davor Biraš from Croatia. And Milan Majetic, referee in charge, also from Croatia. Those were all of the shooters. Now the shooters are going to take their positions.
For Matt Tingate, this is his first World Cup, and he has shot very well to be in the finals.
That's the Australian representative. We have now, because of the rain, everybody got their umbrellas out. They're being a little bit smarter for these finals. We have a little bit more umbrellas and a pretty big audience if we look at the weather condition that we have now. They started shooting. The first Italian representative, Nespeka, he had a hit.
Break, yes.
Continuing with Brines from Spain. That was a hit as well. Kafaji, also a hit. Let's see what Sansone does. Also a representative from Italy. He has a miss. He missed this target. This is the first target of the finals. Australian representative, Tingate, misses his target. Let's just remind the audience, so this is a P3 mixed trap standing, which means it's a
upper limb disability. Bartolin gets a hit. Nespeka second target with a hit.
Also a hit from Brines, the Spanish representative. A hit from Cafaji, the Italian representative. Let's see what Sansone does. And that's a hit. He missed his first one, but now he has a hit. Tingate from Australia.
Hits his target.
He hit his target. Okay, we have Bortolin, Italian representative. Misses his target. Now starting with third target, Nespeka misses the target. Brines from Spain misses his target. Okay, so the last finals we kind of talked about who do you think is going to be the best in the finals, and you predicted very well. So I'm going to ask you again, what do you think for this finals?
I would say Nespeka, Brines, and I would put my money on Colagero, Sansone. So let us see if that comes true. Paolo Bertolini is also a very strong shooter, but in the main he did not do well, so qualified in the 6th position. So I think this final also, like the previous final, will go on the bib numbers.
This is their 4th target. We have Kafaji hitting this one. He hasn't missed
any so far.
Sansone hitting this one now has 3 hits. Tingate from Australia. Let's see what he does. And that was a hit. Now Bartolin. That was a hit. It's very impressive. He's shooting with one hand. Now we have Nespeka. Shoots and...
Also a one-arm shooter, but he can support his barrel. Brinias is also a one-arm shooter, but with his other arm he can support the barrel.
So some of them are supporting it, and the others.
Bartolin does not support, he shoots just one arm.
He's the only one. He's the only one who shoots with just one arm. Okay, let's see the Australian representative
Misses
Tingate.
that target.
He missed his target. Bortolin, the shooter with one hand, hits his target.
Brilliant shooting.
That is brilliant shooting. Now they're on target number 6, and Nespeka hits this one, has 4 hits. Brinas from Spain hits the target. Kafaji, he shoots and he hits the target. 6 hits in total, which means he hasn't missed one shot so far. That was a miss by Sansone. Let's see what Tingate from Australia does.
Hits the target.
He hits the target.
This is his first competition, so for that, young man is doing well. Bartolin misses that target.
Nespeka. That was a hit. Very nice one. Brines from Spain hits the target. Let's see if Kafaji is gonna. Yes, he hits the target. Hasn't missed one yet. We have Sansone. Hits the target. Now Tingate, Australia, misses his target. He has 4 hits so far. Italian representative shoots with one hand and hits the target. Now has 5 hits. Now they're starting with the 8th target. Nespeka hits this one, has 6 hits now. Brines, the Spanish representative, hits his target. Moving on to Kafaji. He misses this one. That's the first one he missed in this finals. Sansone hits the target. 6 hits so far. Let's just remind the audience. So they're going to be shooting 25 targets first. After the first 25 targets, one of the athletes is going to be eliminated from the finals and is not going to be competing for a medal anymore. After that, they're going to be shooting 5 targets, and after each 5 targets, the athlete is eliminated until the gold medal after 50 targets, 50 shots. Okay, we're on target number 9. We have Sansone. He missed this target, has 6 hits so far. Tingate from Australia. Let's see if he hits this one. And that's a hit. He has missed 3 targets so far. Bortolini, shooting with one hand, hits the target. Nespeka, 7 hits so far. And this was his 8th hit. We have Brines now with 8 hits. Hitting this one as well, 9 hits. He has missed only 1 hit so far. Kafaji, hitting the target, also has missed just 1 hit so far. Sansone missed the target. 6 points, 6 hits so far. Tingate had 6 hits. Let's see if he hits this one, and he does. 7 hits so far. Let's see what Bortolin. I'm very impressed by his shooting. He misses this one though. Has 7 hits so far. Pekka missing this one, has 8 hits. We're on target number 11. They are shooting until the 25th target. Brina's hitting this one. Has 10 hits now. Kafaji hitting this one as well, has 10 hits. They both only missed 1 hit so far. Sansone hits this one, 7 hits so far. Let's see what Tingate, the representative of Australia, does now. And he hits the target. Bortolin now in his position. He missed this target. He missed the last 2 targets. He's not very pleased with this. Pekka hits the target. 8 hits so far. Let's see what Brinas from Spain hits the target again. Still only 1 miss through the whole finals. Let's see if Kafaji can keep up with that. And he can. He hits this target. 11 hits so far. Sansone missed this one. We're on target number 12. We have 13 more to go. What did you say? Who do you think is going to be in the medals?
As they started, I would say, what I told you earlier, it's Nespeka, Brinias, and amongst the 2 Italians, I had picked up Sansone Calogero.
Yes, Sansone has
But
7
he
hits now.
has missed a few,
Yes,
but they are all equally good.
they are. It's just a matter of who's having a better day, I guess.
That is correct.
Kafaji now hitting this one, has 12 hits now, hasn't missed 1, as well as Brenas, the representative of Spain. Sansone now,
Misses his target.
he misses this one. 7 hits so far. Let's see. Tingate from Australia, he has 9 hits currently. 13th at target. Hits this one. He missed 3 so far. Bortolin, let's see if he can get back into the game. He
He's
can.
just got back, Bertolin.
Hitting this one, has
8.
8 hits so far. Nespeka misses this one. 9 hits so far out of 14 targets. Brines from Spain hits this one again. He's on a roll. Let's see if Kafaji can keep up with it one more time. And he shoots. He scores 13 points. Sansone now hits the target. 9 points. 9 hits from Sansone. Let's see if Tingate can get this one. No, he stays on a 10
Misses
hits.
that target. Bortolin misses that target.
But the way he shoots, he's very, very impressive. I mean,
Such confidence.
yeah. Nespeka hits the target. Let's see the 2 in the lead. Brinas hits the target one more time. 15 hits. Kafaji also hits the target. The 2 of them are going to have a duel all by themselves. I guess they missed only 1 hit so far. Sansone missed this one. He was a little bit surprised with this target. It looks like we have the Australian representative now, Tingate, hitting the target. 11 points. Bortolin hits the target now, has 9
After 15
hits.
targets,
Right now he
in the leading
is
position is Venus
in
and
9th place.
I think
Brias,
the first elimination will be Bortolin, depending on the bib number.
11 targets.
yeah, and it looks like it because Sansone and Bartolin both have 9 hits so far. Nespeka 10 hits, Tingate 11, and in the first position are both Brinas and Kafaji with 14 hits. Very impressive number of hits here in this finals for the Osijek 2019 World Shooting Parasport World Cup. Let's see what
The next 10 targets get us.
Brinas he's missed
Missed
this
the
one.
second target.
Kafaji hits this one, taking the lead actually in front of Abrinas. Now they don't have the equal amount of hits anymore. Kafaji took the lead. Sansone 9 hits, he missed the last one. Tengate, let's see what he does. That was a hit. 12 hits now. Bortolin missed this one. Let's see Nespeka. Also missed this one. Will Brinas get back now with a hit? He will. He will. 15 hits. Kafaji now needs a hit to stay in the lead. He's keeping up the good work. It seems as if he is not nervous at all. He's just shooting. Sansone hitting this one. 10 hits now. Tingate. And that's a hit. 13 points. We're on a target number 17, right? We have 8 more targets to go. Bortolin missed this one, unfortunately. Nespeka hitting this one. 11 hits now. Let's see if Brinas is gonna hit this one, and he does. Kafaji now has to hit one to stay in the lead again. And he just keeps on hitting them. Sansone. That's a miss. He did not like that. Tingate.
This young man has been so impressive. It is his first appearance
Yeah.
in a World Cup, and he's shooting brilliantly.
Amazing, that was a hit by Tingate. Bortolin missed this one. Nespeka. That's a hit. 12 hits from Nespeka so far. Out of 19 targets. Brias hitting this one. 17. Let's see if Kafaji is going to continue with his... this is his first miss in some time now. He had a lot of hits in a row.
He's missed 2 targets after the 19 that he's shot so far.
That's quite impressive. The Australian representative hit this target, has 14 hits so far. Bortolin hits this one, but he is behind Sansone by 1 hit.
Nespeka misses. Bartolin also has impairment in his lower limb. So if you look at the 6 shooters, Bartolin has no use with his left hand, and his left leg also is a impairment.
Is it possible for him to compete in both PT 2 and 3 for the lower limb and the upper limb, or is he?
No, he's classified as
Oh,
a
he is
upper limb.
classified just for the upper limb. Okay, Australian representative Tingate hits this one. 15 hits. Bortolin misses this
I
one.
think he's tiring there.
After 20 targets. In the leading position,
Yes, I guess he did.
We still have 5 targets to go before the first elimination takes place.
Yes, Bortolin has 11 hits so far, and Sansone and Speka with 12 hits, Tingate with 15 hits, and Brainis and Kafaji are the closest together. Brainis with 18 hits and Kafaji with 17 hits.
12 targets shared.
5 more shots, and that's actually one circle.
The last position is Bortolin.
It's the last 5 targets. We've gone through 20 targets. 25 targets will be shot for the first elimination. Bartolin is 2 behind the other 2 in front of him. He may have a chance. I doubt it, but there is still hope. The difference is only 2 targets, and we have 5 targets to shoot. Nespeka starts with a break. Brinias with a loss.
Kafaji with a hit. Now they are equal, Brainis and Kafaji both with 18 hits. Sansone 13 hits. Let's see what Tingate, who has 16 hits currently. This is his 21st shot. Let's see. And he hits this one. 17. He's getting closer to Brainis and Kafaji in first position now. Bortolin hitting this one. Now he has 11 hits. Nespeka or Sansone would have to make a little bit of mistake for Bartolin to stay in the finals. So they have 4 more to go. Brainis and Kafaji both hitting this one. Sansone as well. 14 hits now. Tingate getting closer to Brainis and Kafaji. Let's see if he can keep up. He misses this one. Has 17 hits in total. Bortolin misses this one. Looks like he's gonna be the first one to leave this final. Nespeka 13 hits. He missed this one. Brainis.
He's back very strongly, Brainis, with a very convincing hit.
Kafaji missing this one, letting Brias take the lead with 20 hits after 23 targets, which means Brainis only missed 3 targets so far. Tingate with 17 hits. Hits this one. Bortolin also a hit. 12 hits he has right now. Nespeka hits this one, making the chances for Bortolin even smaller. Brainis hits this one. This is his 21st hit in the 24 targets that he has so far. Kafaji hitting this one 20 hits. Sansone. That's a hit. 16 hits so far. Tingate is the next athlete to shoot. Misses that one. 17 hits so far. Bartolin, 13 hits. Tingate, 18 actually. Bartolin, 13 hits. Let's see what Nespeka does here.
Ooh, Nespeka misses that target.
He has a total of 14 hits. This is their 25th target. Brinas hits this one, which means he only missed 3 targets in the first 25. Kafaji
Misses that target.
he missed that one.
Stays at 20.
Sansone as well misses that one. 16 hits for him. It's raining the whole time. Just a little bit. It's not raining as it did in the last finals, but there's still rain here at the shooting range Pampas in Osijek.
Tingate misses that target. So he ends
And the
with
last one.
18. Well, Bartolin got it.
After 25 target, we have decision. For the
But the
sixth
higher
place
bib number will keep
final.
Nespeka in.
Place is Bartolini Paolo, Italy.
But Bartolin fought very, very nicely.
In the leading of the 25
He went
targets,
6th place, the representative of Italy, Paolo Bartolin.
after that,
Congratulations to this
20 targets.
athlete.
Inget Matthew is on the 3rd place with 18 targets.
I hope he's pleased with this because it's never easy to be in the finals. This is a big competition. It's the World Cup. I mean,
But Paolo is a person who's always happy with himself.
Francesco Nespeka,
then good.
He's a
I'm really
wonderful
glad to hear that.
position 5.
He is. He is.
It's
It's
nice
not
to
easy.
see the French coach, the Italian, his compatriot, walking with Paolo, sheltering him from the rain. But the real dark horse is Tingate. This is his first competition.
He is very good. He is doing
Going
so
very
good.
strong.
I'm very impressed. He is currently positioned 3rd with 18 hits, behind Kafaji by only 2 hits of a difference, who is behind Brinas in 1st position, also with a difference of 2 hits. Those are actually, I would say, small differences between them. I mean, anything can happen in
We
the
still
next
have
25.
25 targets to go.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
They're continuing now with the first 5 shots, after which somebody's going to have to leave the finals. That was a hit from the Nespeka and now a miss from Brinas. Kafaji also misses this one. Sansone misses this one. Is Nespeka going to be the only one who hits this 26th target, or Tingate is going to hit this one?
Tingate gets his target.
Tingate gets this target.
Very impressed with this young man.
19 hits so far.
And his body language is showing that he is new. If you watch him, it shows that he is new. But he has a long way to go.
He looks like a very young athlete. But he seems very comfortable with his position here.
Shooting very well.
Let's see if he
In a
hits.
World Cup, shooting alongside of people who won World Cups and World Championships. And to come in and another break.
And he hits again. 20 hits He's getting close to Kafaji and Brinas this whole time. Target number 28. Brinas misses this one. He has 23 hits in total. Kafaji, is he going to get closer to Brinas now?
Yes, he gets his target.
He's closer with 22 hits now. Sansone. Nice. 19 hits. Tingate. Wow. He's
Shooting
impressive.
like a champion already.
He is so impressive.
He's brought my prophecy to an end.
Nesbeka hitting this one. 19 hits so far. Sorry, Nesbeka 18 hits. Brinas 24 hits. Kafaji 22. Sansone, let's see. Hits this one. 20 hits. Let's see what Tingate does. This 29 shot misses this one. It's hard. He didn't miss one for quite a few hits for quite some time. Yeah.
Well, Nesbeka, I think. Yes. Ended up with a missed target.
Brinas hits this one. 25 after 30 targets. Sansone missed this one. I'm very interested in Tingate's shooting today. And that's a hit. That's amazing.
He has really impressed. I'm really impressed by him. I've been talking to him the last couple of days. Wonderful man. Loves painting. He's painting as a hobby. I think now will be the elimination and the world champion will have to walk out.
For the 5th place in this final. Congratulations, Nesbeka Francesco. 18 targets, fifth position.
And we have the 5th place, the representative of Italia, Francesco Nesbeka, 5th place.
Sansone 20. And next
He's not very pleased. He looks like he's a little bit confused with his finals today. I guess he expected more. Our athletes are now continuing with another 5 targets. We have Brinas shooting first now. He hits that one. 26 hits. Kafaji right behind him with 25 hits now after this 31st shot. Sansone also hits this one. They all know they have to be very concentrated now. Tingate hits this one. He is on a roll. That's a hit by Brinas. Kafaji has 25 hits so far, 26 now with this one. Sansone. Sansone is currently in 4th position. He has to count on somebody making a mistake and him also shooting very good, and he did miss this one. He stays with 21 hits. Tingate.
Tingate continues in his good form.
That is so impressive. I mean, such a young shooter. His first finals, and he is in the first 3 positions. Brines hits this one with 28 hits now. Kafaji. That was a hit. 27 hits so far. Sansone hit this one, but he has to count on the young Australian representative to make a mistake, and it seems like he is on a roll here. Let's see if he shoots this one. Oh, he misses this one.
Misses that.
Brines. That's a hit. 29 hits by Brines. Let's see if Kafaji can keep up. He misses this one. Stays at 27 hits after 34 shots. Sansone hits this one, getting closer to Tingate. Tingate now needs a hit. He knows he needs a hit.
He does. He breaks that target.
That's so impressive. 25 hits by this young Australian representative. Young shooter. Brines hitting this one. 30 hits after 35 targets, which means he only missed 5 targets so far. Kafaji missing this one. 27 hits. Tingate is actually getting closer to Kafaji as well. Who knows, maybe he ends up in the second or maybe even first position. Let's see what Tingate does now. That's a miss. No, that's a hit.
No, he lost the target.
He lost the
He
target.
dropped that target. Although
That's a miss. That's a miss. Yeah, 25 hits.
Targets, we have decision for the 4th position.
Now after 35 targets,
Italy with 24 targets.
the 4th place
In the leading, Trinas
goes to the Italian representative, Calogero Sansone.
Kafaji with 27, and
He has to say goodbye to the finals. But we have our star of the day winning a medal already. We definitely have our medalists now for the Osijek 2019 World Shooting Parasport World Cup here at the BT3 finals for the mixed trap standing.
shooting for Australia, appearing in the first World Cup. Amazing shooting. Brinias hits that target.
He should be very, very proud. Brian, yeah, hits that target. Kafaji, also a hit. 28 hits. Tingate, I mean, he's already on a roll. I would so much like to see him. And he hits this one. 26 hits by Tingate. Brines. Misses this one. Stays at 31 after 37 targets. Kafaji. Misses this one as well. 28. Now Tingate has a chance to get closer to Kafaji. Let's see if he is still enough. Hits that one like a champion. I mean, really, 27 hits after 37 targets. He's getting closer to Kafaji. Venus hitting that one. 32 hits. Let's see if Kafaji is gonna keep his second position now. Hits that one. 29 hits. Tingate. Hit. Brilliant. Brilliant hit. 28 hits so far after 38 targets. Now it's the 39 target. He misses that one. Stays at hits 32 hits. Let's see if Kafaji is going to give Tingate a chance. Hits that one. 30 hits. Tingate has become our star of this finals.
He definitely has.
He keeps going. He just keeps This is going to be their 40th target. After this, we have a bronze medalist. It feels like it's going to be between Kafaji and Tingate. Let's see if Kafaji is going to really give a chance to Tingate now. No, he shoots and he hits this one, having a 31 hits now. Tingate, I guess whatever he does now. But it would be nice to go out of the finals with a hit, and he does. Very impressive shooting, very impressive from this Australian shooter, winning the bronze medal, Matthew Tingate.
Matthew with 30 targets.
I'm sure his manager from Australia, Mark Farrow, sitting behind and watching all this, will be very happy, because Mark himself is a upper limb impaired trap shooter who is not competing in this and letting the youngster compete.
That's
so you can
amazing.
see Tingate going up to Mark Farrow, who is here as manager, but he's also upper limb impaired trap shooter.
He should be very, very pleased. This was...
I think they look very happy.
Now we have Kafaji.
Brinias and Kafaji for the gold and silver.
And Brinas, yeah, for the gold and silver. They're going to continue shortly. I mean, this finals, I was very impressed by the Australian representative, and the weather was actually quite nice. It was okay.
Much better than the previous final.
And Brinas missing
Starts
this
with
one.
us.
But he has an advantage of 2 now, 1 hit of an advantage. They're on target number 42. This is going to be a tight finals, seems like it. Brinas hits this one. 34 hits. Kafaji. Also a hit. He's not letting Brinas out too far.
Will not make it easy for Brinias to continue leading.
And he shouldn't. Brinas, that's a hit. 35 hits. Let's see if Kafaji can keep up.
He drops that target.
That miss may cost him the gold medal.
Because this is a final, Brinias will have to wait till Kafaji goes up to station 1. Then the referee will instruct him to shoot now.
Brinas.
misses that target.
Maybe he got a little bit nervous because he realized he could actually win the gold, and now Kafaji getting closer to him. Now they're again 1 shot of a difference. Brines has 35 shots after 44 targets, and that's a hit. 36. Also a hit, keeping up. 35 points, Kafaji. Brines 36. So why is that if there are only 2 of them left? Why are they shooting now?
This is for the gold and silver. They will have to shoot 50 targets.
Oh.
And this will decide the gold and silver. So currently the gold is still open
Yes.
for taking.
This is target number 47. Brines.
Misses that target.
Missed the target. Now he still has 37. If Kafaji now hits the target, they're going to be... he misses that one. Stays at 36.
I guess he came to know that he's catching up.
Yeah. Target number 48. Yeah, what did you want to say?
You yourself are a shooter and you know how nerves can play up in a final.
Yeah, sometimes when...
It is amazing how these people are holding up and shooting brilliantly.
Sometimes when you're leading, it's even harder than when you're losing, because you're aware you're maybe gonna win. 37 points, hits now by Kafaji, 38 by Briaz. 2 more to go. 2 more targets to go. Brines. He misses that one. Kafaji now has a chance again to equal the hits. And he
It
does.
was equal. Very interesting last bird.
Very
interesting last target coming up.
This is the last target, and we have Brines and Kafaji with an equal amount of hits and 50 targets.
Brines misses his
Brines
target.
miss. Kafaji now, that's a hit. Amazing.
It's a very thrilling end to a very well shot final.
It's just a split of a second that decides so much.
Gold medal. Kafaji Mirko, Italy, 39 targets.
And we have the gold medalist, the representative from Italy, Mirko Kafaji.
Congratulations. Please make your thing
And the silver medalist, who was leading almost the entire time from Spain, Meliton Antonia Brines Mora, winning the silver medal.
Italy has a very strong contingent in this competition in all 3 categories, and they have won the first 2 finals that we've seen here. Let us see what happens in sitting.
Yeah, thank you very
You
much.
have Italians too shooting
Yeah, we do.
in there.
Oh, I'm very interested to see what happens next. Thank you very much
Thank you.
to being here with me, and we're going to continue shortly with the next finals.
Devo andare a fare l'antidoping.
One more time, the bronze medalist Matthew Tingate from Australia, the silver medalist from Spain Meliton Antonio Brinas Mora, and the gold medalist from Italy Mirko Cafaggi. This was the presentation of our medalists, and the next finals are going to begin shortly, so tune in and let's see what happens. And we're here at the Osijek 2019 World Shooting Parasport World Cup at the finals for the PT1 mixed trap seated. We're soon gonna see our shooters. The shooters are now coming out for the presentation. In this finals we have Finland and Australia, a representative from Italy, and two representatives from Italy actually, a representative from Great Britain, and one representative from
Cyprus.
Cyprus, yeah. They're still doing the, how did you say you call it?
Test fire.
Test fire. It's usually in 10 meter, 50 meter, 25 meter. It's called sighting shots. But here in a para trap, it's actually called
Test fire.
test fire. So they're testing, they're shooting, but without targets. So it's interesting to see how many different rules there are.
Alan Ritchie, who's starting at number 6, took his test fire. He, in the last World Championship, won the silver medal
So
from
we
Great
have,
Britain.
so we
He's
have,
starting at number 6 today.
so we have some experienced shooters here in this finals.
Milimaki is in his first final, but
Milimaki is.
he's a seasoned shooter.
What does that mean?
He has been representing for many years this country. This
The test shots keep on coming. I think 5 of them already had a test shot. It's the 6th one now. And after this, they're moving away from the firing line and coming towards the spectators
for the
For the-
introductions.
for the introduction, yes. So they have to be introduced to the audience.
Before the competition begins, just like you have in regular competitions, the finalists line up and they are introduced to the audience, starting from person starting at number 1 position, as are the referees and the judges introduced.
We have the athletes lined up now. The presentation
Good afternoon,
is
ladies
just
and
about to
gentlemen.
start.
Now we start with the final in category PT1.
So this is the finals for PT1 mixed
World Cup
trap seated here at the Osijek 2019 World Shooting Parasport World Cup.
First position in the final. Milmaki Juha presenting
In first
Finland,
position,
107
representative of Finland, we have Juha Milmaki.
Second position presenting Australia.
In second position,
100
representing
target
Australia,
qualification,
we
Scotty
have
Bryden.
Scotty Bryden.
It's a silver medalist.
Third position presenting Italy with 96 target
In third position,
qualification.
representing
by
Italy,
Oreste.
we have Oreste Lai.
He has a World Cup gold medal under his belt.
Fourth
Oreste.
position presenting Cyprus with 95 target.
Then we have a representative of Cyprus in fourth position, Neophytos Nicolaou.
Fifth position presenting Italy with 93 targeting qualification.
And in fifth position, we have a representative from Italy, David Fredrigucci.
and sixth position presenting Great Britain.
And in sixth
92
position,
target,
a representative
Alan
from
Ritchie.
Great Britain, Alan Ritchie.
Jury in charge for this final is Alan van der Peer from France.
Alan van der Veer from France is the jury in charge of this
For
finals.
this final is Ivica Magic from Croatia.
And the referee is Ivica Magic from Croatia.
Please take position, and I wish you all the best in the final.
The athletes are now taking their position in the finals. And soon enough, they're gonna start with the first 25 targets. Same as it was in the last two finals for para trap.
Each shooter gets 15 seconds, and there is a clock in the front that will tell the shooter and the referee. They take 15 seconds, they have to take the shot. And there is a mat, a line area. The four wheels of the wheelchair must be on the mat. They cannot be off the mat. So the athletes have to be careful that they put the wheelchair on the mat.
And the first one, Milimaki, takes a shot and hits this one. Okay, we had the Australian shooter Brighton missing and Lay from Italy also missing. Now we have Nicolaou from Cyprus hitting this shot. Italian representative Federicucci missing this shot. And the Great Britain representative Ritchie. That's a hit. So in this first one, we had Milimaki, Nicolaou, and Ritchie hitting. Milimaki keeping up, continuing. Brighton from Australia hits the target as well. Lai hits the target. Nicolaou. The Cyprus representative misses the target. Federicucci hits the target. This is his first hit. Now Ritchie, let's see if he can hit this one. Missed the target. We're on target 3 now. Milimaki hits this one. He hasn't missed one by now. Brighton. Nice one. That's a hit. Two hits now for Brighton. Let's see the representative of Italy. That's a miss for Lay. Nicolaou, the Cyprus representative, he already has one hit and now he hits another one. 2 hits and 3 targets. Federicucci misses that one. He had 1 hit so far and 3 targets. Let's see what the Great Britain representative Ritchie does now. He has 1 hit so far. Hits this one. Now he has 2 hits and 3 targets. Moving on to target number 4. Milimaki, still no miss. Hits the target. Brighton. Nice hit, smooth one. Lay, Italian representative. Misses this one. He has 1 hit out of 4 targets. Nicolaou hits this one. 3 hits and 4 targets. Federicucci. Federicucci also misses as Lay. They both have 1 hit so far. Ritchie. That's a hit. 3 hits for Richie and 4 targets so far. The representative from Finland, Milimaki, he hasn't missed a single hit so far. Brighton, 4 hits and 5 targets. Lay misses this one. He's not pleased. He has only 1 hit and 5 targets. Nicolau also misses this one. 3 hits and 5 targets. Let's see if Fedrigucci can now. Misses this one. They didn't have both Lay and Fedrigucci didn't have a very good start. That could kind of kick them out of balance a little bit.
Richie misses that. Yes, it is always important, as you know, to have a good start. But these are all seasoned athletes, and we have 25 targets to go through. These are all seasoned athletes, and they may come back very strongly.
That is a long way to go. Milimaki now had his first miss, and Lay hits this one. Nicolau, that's a miss. He missed the last one as well. Gucci. That was a hit. Let's see if Richie from Great Britain can hit this one, and he does. 4 hits and 6 targets. Now on to the target number 7. Milimaki misses this one as well. That's 2 misses in a row after 5 hits in a row. Brighton hits this one. $25 targets is a long way to go. We don't know what could happen, but Milimaki and Brighton both have 5 hits so far. Lay and Fedrigucci have 2. Nicolau 3. Richie has 4 hits so far. Let's see if he can hit the 5th one now. That was a miss.
Milimaki, something must have taken his concentration away. He was shooting very well and centering those.
He started very strongly. Maybe that kind of scared him a little bit. It's always interesting. I mean, in shooting sports, you have to have the discipline, and of course, you have to have talent to hit the target. But also, I think in this sport, mentally, how you're standing is very, very important.
Concentration is very, very important.
Target number 8 now for Richie. Misses that one. Milimaki is coming back with a hit. He has 6 hits so far. If Brighton hits this one, he's taking the lead. And he does.
So he does. Orestela missed that target again.
That was a hit by Nicolau, and now Fedrigucci missed this hit. Richie missing this one as well. Target number 10, Milimaki hits this one, now having 7 hits. Let's see if Brighton misses this one. Milimaki and Brighton both 7 hits so far. Nicolau from Cyprus hits that one. 6 hits so far. Federicucci also a hit. Ricci with a miss. Milimaki missing this one.
Bryden misses.
Brighton misses, but did Milimaki just miss this one?
Milimaki missed the target.
Yeah. Federicucci 6 hits so far with this one. Ricci.
Missed the target. Alan Ricci. Milimaki comes back with a clean hit, powdering that target.
Milimaki has 8 hits so far. Brighton with 7 hits.
He missed the last 3 targets in a row.
Yeah. Federicucci now. Actually, that was Ricci. Milimaki hitting this one. 9 hits for him and 13 targets so far. Brighton gets back on track. Hits this one. 8 hits so far. Let's see what the representative of Italy, Lei, does now. That was a hit. 6 hits so far. Nicolau, the Cyprus representative, he misses this one. Stays at 7 hits. Federicucci, that's a miss.
Misses the target.
Also 7 hits. As Lei, Nicolau, Federicucci, they all have 7 hits. The least amount of hits is by Ricci, who missed the target again, staying at 5 hits after 13 targets. This is the 14th target. Milimaki hit this one.
Scotty Brighton with a clean break gets the target.
Because we need to announce the
Oreste
activity
Lai,
of the ceremony.
Italy, also breaks the target.
It was 45. It needs to be at 6:30. 6:45.
After Nicolai breaks the target, Federicucci misses.
Let's see what Ricci does, the Great Britain representative. Misses this one. That's his... What miss in a row is that?
He's missed 2 in a row this time with 1 target. But
6:45. I announce because we need to announce. Where is the one?
Bryden with a break
But where?
breaks the target.
That was a strange hit. I mean, he didn't hit this shot, but he kind of poked his gun weirdly.
Missed the target, yes. Bryden.
Federicucci missed
With
the
miss.
target. Let's see if Richie can get back on track a little bit here.
It's a no target. The target broke on the machine before it threw it. So it's a
What-
repeat.
What
It's a
if
repeat.
what if they shoot anyway?
That's all right. They will have to repeat the target. It came out broken. It's interesting. The scoreboard has gone off.
What do you
Richie breaks the target.
so how often does it happen that the target is not valid?
Oh, sometimes it happens because the clay targets are fragile. Sometimes during transportation or when it's being loaded on the machine which releases the target throws, it develops a crack and can break, so it comes out as a broken target. Then it has to be repeated. If a shooter shoots at the target, a broken target, it will have to be taken back.
Gucci with 7 targets. The 6th position
In the lead are both Milimaki and Brighton after this 16th target with 10 hits so far.
next 5 targets.
Then we have Nicolau with 9 hits, Lay with 8 hits, Federicucci with 7 hits, and Ricci from Great Britain with 6 hits so far. Continuing, Milimaki, target 16, hits that one, 11 hits. Brighton, that's a miss, 10 hits so far. Lay. They all use a different kind of vowel.
Yes. The targets are released on the call by voice. So a lot of people have their own. Some people call it pull. A lot of people say ha or make a sound that will release the target.
What do you use when you shoot?
I grew up calling it pull. This is from the very old days when you shot and traps were pulled to release the targets, which were live targets in the very old days.
When I first started, when I tried it, they also told me to say pull, and it was kind of a most natural thing to say because I imagine it being pulled as well. So it's very natural for me to hear pull also. Okay, we're target number 17.
Nikolai breaks that target. Federicucci misses.
Now let's see what Richie does. He has the least amount of hits. He is the first to go if he doesn't start hitting the targets. Hit this one. 7 hits so far. Milimaki misses the target, and he is in the lead by now. So far, Bryden, he can catch up with Milimaki now if he hits that one, and he does. Both Milimaki and Bryden now 11 hits. Lay is right behind them as well, but he misses this one, so he stays at 10 hits after 18 shots. Let's see if Nicolau hits that one. Joins Milimaki and Brighton in the lead. All of them having 11 hits. Federicucci misses that one, stays at 8 hits. Richie can now maybe level with Federicucci if he hits this one. He does. 8 hits for Richie. Both Richie and Federicucci. 8 hits now. Milimaki hits that one. 12 hits. Can Brighton keep up with him? Hits that one. Stays in the lead with Milimaki alongside. Lay coming close to them with 11 hits. Let's see if Nicolau is going to be alongside Milimaki and Brighton. No. falls next to Lei with 11 hits after 19 shots. Federicucci misses this one. Ricci has a chance to, maybe if he hits this one, he has a bigger chance of staying in the finals, but misses this one. Both Federicucci and Ricci have 8 hits so far. Milimaki hits this one. 13 hits. Bryden. Also a hit. 13 after 20 targets. Lei misses this one. Not very pleased with a miss. Nicolaou. That was a hit. He is right behind Milimaki and Brighton now. Federicucci, that was a hit. Ricci needs a hit if he wishes to keep his place in the finals. That was a hit by Ricci.
After 20 targets in the leading,
And after these 20 targets,
Milimaki
and Bryden with 13 hits are in the lead. Nicolaou behind them with 12 hits. Right behind them Lei with 11 hits, and we have Federicucci and Ricci fighting to stay in the finals, both having 9 hits so far.
After these 5 targets, we will have the first elimination.
That's a miss by Milimaki. Let's see if Bryden can take the lead now. That's a miss. They're shooting exactly the same as I'm seeing that. Lei. That's a hit. 12 hits so far. Nicolaou needs a hit if he wants to stay in a 3rd position. That's a hit. 13 hits so far and 21 targets. Federicucci missing this one. Ricci has a chance now to take the lead in front of Federicucci, but he misses this one. Stays at 9 hits, same as Federicucci. Milimaki misses this one. Bryden again has the chance to take the lead. That's a hit. Brighton takes the lead. 14 hits. Lei. That's a miss for Lei. 12 hits so far. Nicolaou. That's a hit. 14 hits so far. Federicucci hits this one. It would be good for Ricci to hit this one if he wants to fight for his place in the finals. And that's a hit. Both Federicucci and Ricci now have 10 hits. That's a hit by Milimaki. Getting close to Brighton. Now he has to hit this one to stay in the lead. Misses this one alongside Milimaki with 14 hits now. Lei. Nicolaou needs a hit if he wants to take the lead in this finals. And he hits this one. 15 hits out of 23 targets. Federicucci misses this one. Gives a chance to Ricci. And that's a miss. They both have 10 hits, Federicucci and Ricci. This is the 24th target. Milimaki hits this one. Will Brighton be able to keep up? And that's a hit. Milimaki and Brighton both with 15 hits so far. Lay. That's a hit. 14 hits so far. Nicolau needs a hit if he wants to stay in the lead. That was a hard one. That looked like a hard one, and he did not hit that one. He stays alongside Brighton and Milimaki with a 15 shots. That was a miss, giving Richie again a chance to stay in the finals. And that's a hit. Richie with 11 hits now has a chance to stay in the finals, but Federici could be the first one to leave. This next target is going to decide who's leaving the finals with 6th place. Milimaki had a hit, Brighton as well. Lay hit this one, 15 hits so far. Nicolau. That's a hit, 16 hits. Perigucci now needs a hit if he wants to try to
he
stay
misses
in the
that
fight.
target.
He misses that target. It's clear now that Federici is going to leave the finals. And Richie hits this one, stays in the final with 12 hits so far.
Italy with 10 targets.
And the 6th place goes to the representative of Italy, David Federici. He has to leave the finals. I think he's asking himself what happened. What happened here?
Looks a little disappointed with his, but it does happen in the finals. In the regular 125 targets that we shoot in Olympic trap, we are permitted 2 shots per target. Whether you break the target with the first or the second shot, it counts the same. The final is using only 1 shell, so it is a single shot. So a lot of times people who may shoot well and have a very good record of second shot hits will not have that advantage in the final.
That's interesting. The finals is always a little bit different than the qualifications.
Yes, and I think it has been deliberately made so to make it a little more difficult and challenging.
Yeah, it's more interesting that
And
way.
also interesting for the spectators also.
We had Milimaki hitting his 26th target. Next one is Brighton. That's a hit. 17 alongside Milimaki. Lay.
12. Number 5.
Let's see if that was a miss for Lay. He stayed at 15 hits. There's something going on with the...
He has raised his hand asking a referee for some extra time.
Okay.
He probably wants to, because it is humid, sometimes the glasses,
Yes.
they get fogged in. So he's cleaning his glasses, shooting glasses, putting them back on. The referee will give that leeway.
And he's continuing now. He has 16 hits so far. That's a hit. It was smart of him to clean his glasses, apparently.
A lot of people will just go through and say, but he did the right thing.
Richie with a hit. He has 13 hits so far. He is 4 hits away from Milimaki, Brighton, and Nicolau. Now Milimaki hit this one, 27th target. Brighton also a hit. 18 hits both from Milimaki and Brighton. Lei with a miss. Nicolau has the chance to get alongside Brighton and Milimaki, and he does with a hit. Richie is our next athlete to shoot. Nice. He hits that one, having 14 hits now. Milimaki misses this one, giving Brighton a chance to take the lead. That's a hit. Brighton takes the lead with 19 hits. Lei has 15 hits right now.
The target came out broken, so it's a no target for Lai, and he has to take a repeat.
Okay, that's the second time in this finals for a broken target. But he shoots and he scores. That's a hit. Nicolau. He has a chance to equal with Brighton, but he misses this one. So Milimaki and Nicolau are now in second position behind Brighton by one hit. Richie. That's a hit. 15 hits from Richie. He is close to Lei. He may even stay in the finals for one more round. Milimaki shot a miss. Brighton misses as well. Lei hits his target. 17 hits now. Nicolau is having trouble with his glasses apparently the whole finals. Let's see if he can take the lead. No, he's still having trouble with his glasses. I guess the humidity has gone pretty high since we had that big rain, and the sun is back a little bit, so everything is starting to be a little bit foggy. Nicolau misses that one, doesn't take the lead alongside Brighton, stays with Milimaki in the second position. Richie now has a chance to come closer to Lei and maybe even stay in the finals. Hits that one. 16 hits. Richie has to count on the mistake of his of an athlete representative from Italy, Lei. Milimaki didn't hit that one. Brighton hits that one. Brighton taking a strong lead now, stronger lead with 20 hits. Lei hits this one, and Richie, I think, loses his chance to stay in the finals with that hit. Nicolau is still having some trouble with his glasses. Now he's getting a little bit frustrated about it.
It's possible each person has different body chemistry, and his body may be radiating a little more heat.
Yeah. But he hits that one.
Yes.
19
Comes back
hits.
strongly.
He is currently in second position. Richie is now shooting the 30th target, but he has no more chance to stay in the finals. That was a broken target, right?
Other no targets. Probably in this machine, sometimes a little bit of the clay gets stuck in some part of the machine, and when it throws, that little bit of the targets stuck in it may break the clay before it comes out. So it'll have to be a repeat target.
Richie hits this one, and he's probably he's leaving the target. He's leaving the finals with a hit.
Richie Allen, Great Britain,
At least his last shot was a hit.
In the reading,
So the fifth position is taken by
20
the
targets
Great Britain
followed
representative, Alan
by
Ritchie.
Nicolau with 19.
We
And
can see him now
with
with
18
his
targets, we have Milmaki and Lai.
coach, and
Next 5 targets will be decided
they're
for
congratulating him. I mean, it's a big deal even to be in the finals
And
at the
to
World
end
Cup.
up in a fifth position in the world is not a small achievement.
Absolutely
And
not.
it is a matter of great pride for the athlete representing your nation. Very happy for Alan Ritchie.
Milimaki continuing hitting the target. Brighton. That's a miss. But he does have 20 hits, while Milimaki has 19. Lei has 19 now with this hit. Let's see if Nicolau can get...
Nicolau has asked the referee for a stoppage. Pointing to his glasses, the jury has gone in. He may be asked to do something else because
He can't
once or twice is all right, but he cannot continue to do that because it disturbs
The rest of them.
string of shooters.
Yeah. I'm curious of the decision they're gonna make about his glasses. But I mean, what can they do when the humidity is so high? I mean, even my glasses are fogging up.
True.
I hope that doesn't affect him or his shooting. I mean, he lays down on the chair. He's I think he's frustrated with
he
that.
is suffering. I think 2 days ago he did suffer a bit of a heat stroke. So I'm really happy that he made it to the finals because it was very hot, and I think he did not keep himself hydrated.
Now I see the jury is trying to clean his glasses, but he knows it's gonna happen again because it's his head. He's sweating. It's normal.
He also has the side blinders.
Yeah, it's
If he
closing.
removed them, then but he's used to shooting with them.
Maybe not in this humidity.
That's what traps the heat and fogs up the glasses.
Let's see if he can make a hit after this hole. Let's see if he could, if he was able to stay concentrated after this. He misses that one. Not very pleased that he did. He has a 19 hits alongside Milimaki and Brighton. They're all very, very close together. Milimaki now has 20 hits with this one. Let's see if Brighton can stay in the lead and hit this target. That's a miss. Brighton and Milimaki both 20 hits. Let's see if Lei is going to join them. Yes.
Comes back strongly again.
Yes, he comes back strongly. 3 of them having 20 hits, and also Nicolau now joining them. After 32 targets, they all have 20 hits. This is
Getting interesting.
getting really interesting. I mean, they're so close to get. They're not close together. They're completely equaled. That was a hit by Milimaki. 21 hits now. Let's see if Brighton is going to stay in that game. He does. 21 hits now after 33 targets.
Lai
Lai.
misses that target.
Lei misses that one and falls in second position now. Nicolau hits that one. and joins Milimaki and Brighton in first position. Milimaki misses, giving Brighton and Nicolau a chance to be in the lead. Brighton misses that one as well. Both of them having 21 shots. Let's see if Lay can join them now. He does. They're all going to be equaled again if Nicolau.
It's amazing. They've been there almost 1 hour, wheeling their chairs and making sure they're in place. It requires a lot of concentration.
I can only imagine. Nicolau took the lead with his last hit. Now Milimaki, 22 hits after 35 targets. This is the last target, and after this, we have someone leaving the finals. This is going to be very interesting what happens. Brighton has 22 hits. Lay has 22 hits now. Nicolau is pretty safe.
He has to break this. And he breaks. So I think Oreste Lai will be coming off.
That's very nice. That was a nice hit.
The fourth position is Lai Oreste with 22 targets.
And now the representative from Italy, Oreste Lai, has to leave the finals, winning fourth place at World Cup. It's a great achievement, but he was so close to staying in the finals. He was really close. His colleague is coming here to congratulate him. Very good shooters. You can feel the family atmosphere actually here at Paratrap. I can see everybody. They know each other. They like each other. It's a very great atmosphere. Milimaki is now a little bit confused.
So Nicolau had moved. He should not have moved. So the judges called him back.
Okay.
So
that's an interesting move that they're making from the chair. Right, left, like Milimaki hitting this one. A nice hit. Now he has 23 hits. Brighton.
breaks the target.
Nice. 23 alongside Milimaki. Nicolau needs a hit if he wants to stay in the lead, and he does. 24 hits for Nicolau in the lead. Target number 37.
It was a very close race for the bronze.
Very, very close. Almost equaled. Milimaki shoots this one, hits that one. 26 hits so far. Brighton needs a hit if he wants to stay alongside Milimaki.
Hits that well.
Nicolau stays in the lead with this hit. 25 hits. They're changing positions. Milimaki is the first to shoot.
Missed.
That's a hit by Brighton. Milimaki now fell into second position. Nicolau and Brighton in first position. That's a hit.
Very interesting finish for the bronze.
Absolutely.
Any one of these three can end up getting a bronze.
They all have 25 hits right now. Brighton has a chance to... That's a hit. 26 hits. Which means he's a little bit more safe to stay in the finals. Fight for the gold. Nicolau now. That's
Stays the course.
Target number 40. After this one, someone is leaving the finals, so Milimaki definitely needs a hit now, and he hits that one. 26 hits.
Brighton needs this hit. Because if Nikolai breaks it, then Brighton is in trouble.
Yes.
He missed that.
And now he's in trouble. We have Nicolau now. Let's see if he's gonna save himself from falling out the finals. And
Oh, that was very strong.
that was a nice
Not
one.
easy to finish when you know that you could end up going out.
Yeah, he stayed in the fight for the gold. And we have a
26 targets.
bronze medalist now.
Maki and 27 in the leading position is Nicolau.
We have
Next
the
target will be the
Australian representative, Scotty Brighton, winning the bronze medal.
The Australians go back with 2 medals in 2 categories, sitting and upper limb.
The shooters, the athletes are getting back into position.
The cartridges before a final. If you see, the cartridges are over there. Each shooter has to take cartridges, and the jury and the referees, they take out 10 for samples to be tested, that they are of proper quality. They cannot ask for more if they run out. So one has to have enough cartridges over there.
They're continuing now. We have Milimaki and Nicolau in a
It's a neck-to-neck race.
neck-to-neck race to win the gold medal. Now they actually shoot 10
10 targets.
targets. Misses that one. But Milimaki also missed his one, so they stay the same. Milimaki 26 hits, Nicolau 27. Let's see if Milimaki can catch up with Nicolau now in this next shot. He does. He does. He is now equaled with Nicolau. Side to side, 27 hits after 42 targets. Let's see if Nicolau can take the lead now, which he does. 28 hits. Milimaki needs to keep fighting for the gold medal behind Nicolau, behind him by 1 hit. He has to count on Nicolau to make a mistake and him not making one himself. Let's see now. Milimaki hits that one. 28 hits. If Nicolau now misses this one, they're going to have the exact same amount of hits in 43 targets. And that's a hit. Nicolau does not want to give his lead up.
It's wonderful shooting from both of them. And this is the first, since Paratrap became part of World Shooting Parasport, it's the first time Finland and Cyprus will be picking up a world medal. So it's fantastic.
Amazing. I'm really glad that's happening in Osijek 2019 World Shooting Parasport World Cup. This is a fight for the gold. Milimaki hitting that one. 29. Let's see if Nicolau will stay in the lead, and he does. He does not miss his target. That's 30 hits from Nicolau after 44 targets. We're going on into the 45th target. I think the rain is starting to fall a little bit. That's a hit. 30 hits.
Milimaki is not going to let his lead go easily. He's trying to keep up with Nicolau.
And that's a hit. He just keeps hitting
The
them.
Cypriot is really going strong now.
Yeah, and he has no more problems with, or he does a little bit with his glasses. If he wins the gold medal with his glasses giving him a hard time, that's one more disadvantage that he had. Milimaki. Nice.
Wonderful concentration from Milimaki.
I mean, after 1 hour, this is really wonderful. That's a miss. He gave his lead away, and he was not happy about that at all. Milimaki now has a chance to take the lead. He misses that chance.
Does not take the lead.
But now Nicolau has a chance to take his lead back. And he does. He does. 32 hits in 48 targets for Nicolau. And he keeps having a fight with his glasses. I can't believe it anymore.
4 more targets to go.
Milimaki. A
Breaks
hit.
that target.
32 hits by Milimaki. Nicolau needs a hit, but let's be honest, they all need a hit. Nobody needs a miss.
Nobody needs a miss. Normally in a final, they can only leave the station once the referee tells them.
And that's a hit by Nicolau. Keeping his lead, 33. He's not giving it up at all.
The jury will go and reprimand him for moving.
Oh. Milimaki now missed this one, giving an even bigger advantage to Nicolau. If he shoots this one, he is pretty safe. That was a hit.
That was a clean break.
Milimaki hits this one, but let's see what Nicolau hits now. If he hits this one, he wins the gold medal. And that's a hit. That's a hit for Nicolaou, the Cyprus representative.
Medal and
Neophytos Nicolaou,
is Nicolaou Neophytos from Cyprus.
gold medal winner.
Maki Juha, Finland.
He had so much trouble with his glasses, but he managed to overcome that and win the gold medal. Congratulations.
Wonderful shooting from both of them. It's the first medal for both these countries in paratrap since paratrap became a world shooting parasport sport.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. We have the silver medalist, representative of Finland, Milimahi Juha. The referees now, they're congratulating each other. The athletes are congratulating each other, and they're gonna stand for the presentation of the medalists at the Osijek 2019 World Shooting Parasport World Cup for the finals at PT1 Mixed Trap Seated. This was an interesting finals. They were so close together the whole time. And now we have them one more time. A bronze medalist, Brighton Scotty from Australia. Silver medalist, Milimahi Juha from Finland. And the gold medalist, Nicolaou Neophytos. Congratulations to our athletes, and thank you for being here with us today in all of our finals. And thank you, I wrote your name down. Thank you, Balindu Singh.
Thank you.
For being
Thank you
here
for
with
having
us.
me. Thank you.
And I wish to see you all again one more time here in Osijek sometime later, because we love to see you here and have you here. And goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you.